because this is not a true image. So again, if the Royal Mint are not producing pictures of coins, but they're going by their digitized stock of photos, you won't know, because you're going to say to yourself, well, that's the Royal Mint picture. Well, I'm afraid if that's the point, then everything I've said is definitely true. This is a manipulation. So I don't know, but look at the gap of that there. That would suggest what this is doing, but I don't think it's in correlation to that. Sometimes it is, but I just don't know whether it is, whether that is the point. Seeing that is, this prong is usually in correlation with that tiny bit of a gap would equate to about what you can see there. So this is out for sure. That's not the standard position, but you see, if you haven't got a photograph showing you that, you're not going to know, are you? And the same as these little lines down here. You can't see them here, can you? Oh look, you can see it. Look at that there. Now this, I can't prove without the Royal Mint telling us that these images are real. But if this is in what they're pumping out as proof, if these are the images they're loading, then it stinks. It stinks. I said to you, way back, not too way back, but way back, because I've done a heck of a lot of videos just recently. If this is what they're showing as a die, then you will get this. If that's what they're showing as a die, as a proper coin, then you're going to get these in your proof sets. And that's simple as that. Simple as that. But anyway, yeah, so you've got those little things here that this one seems to be curved, so I don't know what's going on there, but it these little marks do seem to be, and we will soon see, common. Perfect. Perfect, I suppose. This one's not as far out as it could be, and that leaf should lift up slightly. So let me go to this image. Yes, it's lifted up, and that's much bigger. And yeah, I was viewing that as what I'm used to seeing. So, oops, wrong way. Right, so yeah, that first of all is elongated, because look at that. You see, that should lift up. Now, you know, to me, What's playing about with this? You can split the screen. Instead of jumping backwards and forwards, you can split the screen, and I will learn to do that because I know how to do it. But I was having multiple windows open all over the place, and it was trying to control them. So look at that, keep that in mind, and we know that that is right. That does not look like that. See? Let's have a look at the. Let's have a look at the shamrock. There's your shamrock. Actually, that looks like larger. They look larger. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Because normally they're smaller. DP. So we've done all that and that. Now let's go to this. Not forgetting let's get that. Yeah, you can see them now. See the lines? That's the reading that you'd see here, and you're seeing it where it should be blank. So I'm afraid to say that they're gold bullion bars. I just have to laugh at. No, it doesn't really make much difference. So it's going to be the light controlled from the. Oh yeah, look at that light. Oh yes, that's a lot better. Now you can see them. Very, very interesting. This is only 4 years old. 4 years old. And you can see the reeds. They should not be there. That should be a perfectly flat surface. So when you read about Royal Mint producing these super duper fandangle gold bars, just remember that. Make sure you look, especially if you're buying proof sets of coins as well. Now let's count these, because they might alter year to year, I don't know. So you got, I won't do the first one. Yes, I will. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah, 14. There's 14 still. So they haven't altered that. And in actual fact, oh blimey, it's really rolling away. Okay. Do that and take some light off then, and there you go again. Now you can't see that for love nor money with your naked eye. So unfortunately, even if your proof sets show a blank side, they're not. If you saw this coin in all its glory in front of you like it is with me under magnification, until you see it magnified, you would not know that them lines were there. So you tell me what you think about coins. Okay? So yeah, so that then as a coin, I've got to do that first, haven't I? Yeah, so yeah, that in actual fact, this is the other way round. This is the other way round. Oh, for flipping heck's sake! No. Anyway, yes, so these look slightly, they are bigger. The coin is bigger. So I'm just going to push that up and then show you this. That one's okay. That's about right. This one's not. This one's higher. Because that's what they should be. They should be both be the same size. And that is definitely fatter than that. That's about as much as you can say. And that's a nice bright shiny new £2 coin. So put that on there. Let's get another one out of the pile. Right, there's a gap there, so there shouldn't be the other end. There should be actually a planchet. And there is. That has ridden up. So there's a slight planchet. And I can do that just by looking at it. I don't have to do it with the eyepiece. But that's what you see. Now look. Here, the lines go right up to the edge. So now let's take. Nah, it's because it's too close this end. But look how wide that is here. Okay, now let's have a look here. So that really does say and suggest the same. See? So let's have a look at the writing around the edge. Pretty good, actually. That's pretty good. Oh, way out here. That's why this has come out. And again, look. See it? Let's see if we can see it the other side. Slight. But there, you see it there. You cannot see this with your naked eye. These lines, you have to look. And even with magnification, you'd skip over that if you didn't know. just going to see if I can get a better... No. It's actually just bowed out. But that is definitely, that would be a planchet, sure, but very tiny. So now let's flip it over. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. And so is that. That's how it should be. So let's get that here. Yeah, that looks a lot better. But still too long. See? But that's definitely a lot better. That's about the size it should be. So if we look here, yeah, that's perfect. That's all good. That's all good. So the only thing and in actual fact, that is out. And if you look at the detailing on these 4 leaves, doesn't look right, does it? That's definitely out. Even though it's in the correct position, this is far too long. So if you keep your marker there on your eye, okay, that's about right actually. So that must be, this must be an image problem, a magnification problem on their site. Doesn't have to be, because we know they're chucking out coins. But that does look right, that gap there. And this is all good. And that's good. So nothing really to sell there. The edge will be as it should be. With its lines that shouldn't be there. Look at them. Yeah, look at that. I tell you what, you won't see that on their pictures. So far, so good. Let's have a look at start off on this side again. Not very many lines on that one. That actually looks quite good. Let's go to the other side. There's it's just the way the light reflects. Even though that's minor, that is very minor, but that should not be there. Simple as that. Them lines should not be there. Simple. You think this is raised. these reeds are raised. Anyway, that's that. So let's drop her down on the head side. Oh look, looky what we got here. A double head. And it does seem to go all the way round. It's not a, yeah, well, it does sound down there. Yeah, so there you go, look at this. Look at that. And then again, look at that. Not the best picture of it, but there's something going on here, look. There's a chevron in the chevron. I don't know what it is, but these coins, I really don't know. But there's a planchet there. So the prong of the crown should be inside, which it is. There you go. Tiny little bit. Oh, looky. That's the same as the 2021 coin. So the reading of that even carries over into the main coin. It's beyond a joke. These coins are a bloody disgrace. Look at them. Look. Honestly, and you wonder why I react the way I do. Lovely. Now that is perfect. That is perfect. There. If you hold it there, okay, to that, to this. That to that. It's just the way the magnification has caught it, I think. So we're now looking for this and the shamrock. Yep, that's all there. And the shamrock is all there. Yep. Nothing wrong with that coin other than the things that you can't see. The security feature, I know I haven't done it. I'm just going to try though. Right, there's, can you see the one? The one is these little dots going off here. And then you've got the main stem. I'll try and get that up for you. It's coming. It's coming. No, it's not going to show any better than that. Let's try the pound symbol. I see, I can't even do it with my gloves on. Oh yeah, you can see that. Hang on a minute. There. So you got your bit at the bottom. You got your bit at the bottom, comes up, goes round, and it's got a little bit there in the middle. That's the pound symbol. Now that is what you're going to be doing with your gold bullion, the security feature. So anyway, we've not found one with one error yet, which is pretty, well, one major error. This one will be though, I can tell you that for sure. Yeah, that is way out. But only if this picture is correct. I mean, look at that, look. Compared to that. Even if you took it to previous years, or the 2021, I can't remember what 2021 looked like, but no, that's huge, absolutely huge. And actually, if you look at that vein starts coming in. Do you know, the more I look at these coins, the more I think it's right. That is a digitised view. Now, if that digitised view can be manipulated through the strike, that's your problem. That's your problem. And if your software is allowing that through their magnification of a digital strike, there's your answer. And that tells you that the Royal Mint do this on purpose. That's just dirt, I would imagine. I mean, look, 4 years old. See if I can get that so that you can see. You can't see that. That one you can. You can see that is 2020, but it's blooming hard. And that's with magnification. Yeah, these need an alcohol boost. Right, let's take it. Well, we know that the trunk is placed properly. This isn't. This is not placed properly. The trunk, as it goes round, has got an extra piece. Just going to try and yeah, that's set as it should be. So the top should also be good. Yes, it is. Let's have a look at another nice positioning of letters. It's coming in here on the numerals. It's coming in here, round here, round here, and it's now coming out. So, yep. But we did this one, didn't we? Or maybe we didn't. That's okay. Yeah, these are extremely wide. The shamrock. and the same thing here. So I think that was the same. Yeah, see, even there, that's not as it is on the coin. That's not as it is on the coin. But would I sell it for something of that? No. I wouldn't try selling that. I'd want it to have something a bit more substantial than that. Another one. Oh my god. Let me see if I can get that off. If I can't get that off, there's no real point in showing you this. It's not coming off, is it? No. That one's obliterated by crud. I need to get alcohol on that. Actually looking by it though, even so, that one's out. That one's out anyway. And look at this around the outside here. Let's go and have a look at the... What are we looking at? We were looking at around the edge here, wasn't we? Oh. What's going on? I'm not sure what's going on here. The leaf has a gap between it, between the shamrock leaf and the thistle head. That's touching. Yeah, so that's a double shamrock. But that's perfect. Nothing wrong with that. That's really quite very good. Now, of course, we haven't weighed these yet. Yeah, see, that's that. Yes, now that's what you want to see. That's what it should be. That leaf is where it should be. Right? Okay. I know it doesn't show it there, but trust me, that's where that should be. So this is wrong. Without a doubt, this is wrong. It's mind-boggling.